victories, no defeats, 17 knockouts. Please welcome Ireland's John Duddy! Referee Pete Santiago has our instructions.
What a reception for Ireland's John Duddy.
I expect a clean fight. Watch the head blow, watch the low blows. Okay, this is good and this is good. Okay, shake hands. Good luck.
10 rounds, no limit.
So popular here, the Irish lad who seeked his fame and fortune on the east coast of America. He went from a steel construction worker to a cult boxing hero here in New York. Can he keep his unbeaten record intact? He's up against Walid Smisher, a French-Canadian who's tough, but Duddy is probably tougher and better, Jim.
Yeah, they won't be taking too many chances with him now. They're moving towards a world title fight there, I reckon, quite soon. Whether he's completely ready for that is another matter. But you can pick holes in his technique, you can pick holes in his defence. But John Duddy fights the way he wants to fight. He sells a barrel load of tickets every time he boxes, and it's because of the way he fights that he does that. He's not going to change, and he reckons, and so these handlers, with the way he fights, is good enough to take him all the way.
In the Irish bars around Manhattan, absolutely buzzing all week. Duddy pictures everywhere, and they so want him to succeed. Good punches by Smisher, though, early in this fight. He promised that he would give a really good account for himself, and Duddy, just momentarily, looked shaken.
Well, I've just spoken about his lack of defence, that he doesn't seem to have any intentions of changing, and he's been teed off on here. This is dangerous times for John Duddy.
Big right hands from Smisher in this first round. Duddy a 33-1 on favourite to be successful here. And he's having a torrid opener.
I mean, Duddy should have been stepping back there, regrouping, get his head back together, but the macho bit takes over as it does in every fight, and he stands there and blazes back. But these are thumping punches he's taken, bang on the chin.
And he can punch Smisher. 13 knockouts. Trained by the Grant brothers, Otis and Howard. Right hands, defence so open of John Duddy. That's the problem. Does he fight with his face too much?
Well, sometimes there's a case for just being simply too tough. If he wasn't as solid chin as he is, then he would have to think about it. But here he comes back. This is what he is so good at.
Thunderous action, but again, right hands from Smisher, who's getting the better of this first round. And Duddy's hurt. Oh, and he's in trouble. This is incredible. In the garden, and there's oohs and ahs and a cut
And he's cut
under the left eye. And that's been a problem for Duddy. What an opener.
This is exciting as you need this game, Adam, but this is not world-class boxing from John Duddy. Where is his head tonight? Taking everything.
Chin has held up. Calls himself a sandstorm, Walid Smisher, and Duddy's been caught up in it. Oh dear. Don Turner is not going to be happy in that Duddy corner. As Howard Grant tries to freshen Smisher up. What a 3 minutes.
I've never seen a round like that in a long time, Adam. That was unbelievable. Both men teeing off on each other, but this man here certainly coming off by far the worst. Took everything. Okay, he's proved he's a tough chin, but you shouldn't be having to do that in every single fight. He didn't have a thought in his head, didn't try to use any of his technique. And if Smisher just punched that a little bit harder, this fight could be all over by now. Couldn't miss. 3 and 4 punch combinations, all landing on the target. He just doesn't seem to know how to take a backward step, and that is going to be his undoing when he moves up. They're talking about Kelly Pavlik. Wouldn't like to see that anytime soon.
Well, I was told this week by Eddie McLaughlin, the promoter of Irish Ropes, that John Duddy and Kelly Pavlik is 99% signed for June the 7th. But the fight before the fight is always a dangerous one. And Walid Smisher wants to make his own name here.
Well, as far as the Kelly Pavlik fight's concerned, you have to ask, he's 28, is he going to get any better than this? And I don't know if he is, because he seems to have set up his stall. This is the way he's going to do business. So maybe it's a case of getting him in there before something goes wrong.
Body shots were good from Duddy. And Smisher looked tired after that first round. But again he catches him, this time with a combination. The right hand just can't miss. Head static of Duddy. And you just can't believe that he's outboxed Howard Eastman in his last fight.
Yeah, because he paid Howard Eastman respect, but he's paid Smisher absolutely no respect. He's not thinking about defence. He wants to do it the hard way, the stupid way, the macho way. It's not working. It's time to come up with something else. The signs are that he has the strength, physical strength, to grind this fellow down. But what is he going to be thinking when he watches tape of this and he wants to call himself a world-class performer?
A great many American-based Irish will be holding their breath through this. The big plans could be going out the window if Smisher can continue and maintain this pace. That's a question mark, though.
Now, there are signs that Duddy is going to grind him down. He's going to do it the hard way because he can take what Smisher has got, and I'm not sure that's true the other way around. So signs are he's grinding out a result, but how he feels about this, or how he will feel when it's over, I don't know. These are good punches from Duddy. Still, no defence.
A good combination from Duddy, reddening around the left eye of Smisher. And the body shot again, being driven in. He's had about 6 weeks' notice, Smisher. Duddy, who's been training down in North Carolina, will be very fit. And that could be the difference here.
Smisher's lunging a little bit with the punches now. He's feeling the pace. He's given it everything he has in the first couple of rounds. He must have felt several times he was one punch away from victory. So he's used up a lot of steam. Duddy now looking that bit stronger, bit more comfortable.
The hero in the Irish bars. This has been a barroom brawl for 2 rounds. Smile from Smisher. Still open to the right hand, Duddy, but he did more.
Deep breath. Speed. You gotta use the speed, man.
Don Turner, quietly spoken. The trainer who, along with Tommy Brooks, led Evander Holyfield to that tremendous first win over Mike Tyson. Used to be trained by your old friend Charlie Nash, John Duddy, but he's with Turner now, and he's coming out, well, with some intention in the 3rd round. And Smisher just sent the distress signal. He's trying to walk him down, Jim.
Yeah, well, the tide has certainly turned, and I think Smisher is in the... Well, he's thinking now that I've shown my best, I can't do any better, this fella's still here, I can't hit him any harder, I can't hit him any more often. So I think he's maybe beginning to realise the job's too big for him. But when he can land as cleanly as he has been doing, who knows? Duddy is so easy to hit.
Smisher has lost 2 of his last 4. He's been stopped before. Good at domestic level in Canada. Duddy meant to be fighting for a world title. What on earth will Kelly Pavlik be thinking of this?
I mean, this is one of these fights, Adam. You need a fight after this with the amount of punishment he's taken. He's young, he's full of the business, so he can take these shots, but can't think for a minute he'll be happy with this performance. Fans, as usual, are happy, but this is the reason he sells so many tickets. But I do wish he would just have a little bit more method in what he's doing.
23 straight wins for the 28-year-old Duddy. Looks for the body. Had 3 fights back in Ireland. He's enjoying returning to New York. Has he not got the motivation for Smisher? Strange one, really, with so much on the line.
There's not the same snap in Smisher's punches now. So Duddy beginning to take that little bit. He's still competitive, but he's in control now.
Got the jab going, which was better boxing from Duddy, but then left himself open once more.
Well, if they're still thinking about Kelly Pavlik, they must feel that he's tougher and stronger than Kelly Pavlik, and he can stand in front of him and do this and get a result. Pavlik's not all that hard to hit, but I would worry about Duddy in that match. Still taking clean shots he shouldn't be taking.
Yes, an enormous amount of right hands have gone over that low left of Duddy. Very static, very easy to hit and cut as well. Oh, that's a beautiful right for Smisher. And Duddy again wobbling, but digging in.
The difference with that one, Adam, that caught him in the point of the chin. And so did that one. What is keeping him on his feet? He is tough.